everybody. Welcome to Wonderland. Hello, Mr. Nope. Good to see you. Once again, it's me, the co-host, being the solo host with the most. And I'll be coming at you with some ghosts. That's right. It is Horror Day here at Welcome to Wonderland. We'll be going through a few of our horror graphic novels. Some great opportunities here for you guys to get in there. So the first thing, let's go ahead and so if you guys decide to talk about Superman, like I don't know, is there a way to make a sub thread or something like that? Because I don't want to hear about it because I have not seen it yet. Richard doesn't give me enough time off to see it. It's true. He wound up making me work Saturday, and that was when I was going to see it. So maybe I'll see it this Saturday, I hope. But I have not seen it yet. I am so excited. I'm so excited to see Crypto. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. Speaking of Crypto, I got a couple copies of Crypto Superdog that'll be selling a little bit later. So thank you for everybody. Just in case you did not know where you're at, you are welcome to Wonderland. This is Wonderland Comics in Cookeville, Tennessee. If you're ever driving down 40, stop on by and say hi. So first thing I'm going to start with is something I've pitched a couple times already. I don't know why more people aren't jumping on this, but I'm telling you, if I've got a couple horror books here that I pulled from our Mad Cave selection. If you are not reading Mad Cave, oh my goodness, you're truly missing out. I mean, this is like what Image was 10, 15 years ago in the late 90s and the early 2000s. They are doing some creative stuff. Just some amazing artwork, amazing writing. They have several different books that they're doing right now with Cullen Bunn. So, I mean, you got some good horror with Cullen Bunn. And speaking of Cullen Bunn, we'll start out right now. The first thing we will start out with is A Legacy of Violence. So, A Legacy of Violence is basically a serial killer horror story. Basically, a guy goes for some Doctors Without Borders and type thing, and somehow he gets a little PTSD, he gets a little messed up in the head. He comes home. He's a skilled surgeon who just happens to start killing people. So I have A Legacy of Violence #1 here. That's $17.99, and as always, we will take 25% off the price of these, at least 25% off. $17.99 puts you at $13.50 for this. It's a great book. Welcome, John Stout. Nice seeing you here. And like I said, so we have #3. Or we have #1. That'll give you all the entrance stuff. Well, #3. Well, you know what? Actions have consequences, and in #3, things are starting to heat up, and the law's coming after them. We're doing fine over here in Middle Tennessee. It looked like we were going to get some storms, but they just passed on us by. Hey, Gary, how you doing? So this collects 1 through 4 for $17.99, and then this one collects 9 through 12, pretty much the end of the series. Once again, this is by Cullen Bunn and Andrea Mutai. So great options here. This one is $17.99, but this one is only $11.99. So So basically, $8 for this, or $13.50 for this. You can get both of them. Uh, that's some great options right there. A Legacy of Violence. Next up, our good buddy SF is not online yet, or may not be on at all today. I do not know yet. But SF has already bought a copy of this. I'm telling you, if you like B horror movies, this is an amazing book. Basically, giant skeeter aliens come from above, and they can like literally turn your entire body into a mosquito. I mean, and the art is just so much fun. There's so much blood and gore and everything else in this book. It is an amazingly great book. Like my favorite picture. Imagine cow-sized mosquitoes. There's a cow turned into a mosquito in here. It's just a really good book. And this book is also $17.99, so $13.50 here on Welcome to Wonderland. If you like B movies, this is a great. Yeah, basically Texas. But instead, the mosquito was a cow, and now it's an alien cow mosquito hybrid thing. Really cool book. Lots of fun. Really graphic. A lot of fun. If anybody wants that, just let us know in the chat and fill out the form. And then I've got one more Mad Cave book here. I'm sad that I didn't grab that other one that's over there, but I'm not going to do it. This is really cool. This is Hounded. It's basically a werewolf story set in the backdrop of World War I, where one guy, the other soldiers in his platoon start acting really weird and really aggressive. This is actually was nominated for Indie Book Awards. It was a 2024 finalist. So, really great book by Sam Romsberg, Sam Freeman, Rodrigo Vaquez, and Justin Birch. You can pick up Hounded here for only $13.50. Its regular MSRP is $17.99. So grab that book here while you got the chance. So next book I have is who does not like some Edgar Allan Poe? I had Edgar Allan Poe, Sniffer of Death. Basically full of laughs. Edgar Allan Poe is back with another heart and booze-filled anthology full of laughs for every season. His Sniffer of Death has everything from a new monster serial thriller packed with chocolate vampires and fruit-filled Frankenstein, to tale of Poe as a mere boy in a chess game against a mysterious mechanical being. Collected Edgar Allan Poe Sniffer of Death 2021 issues 1 through 4. And this is also $17.99, so $13.50 here at Welcome to Wonder. This, of course, is on Ahoy Comics. and it is written by multiple authors and multiple artists. So if you like anthologies, this is a great book to pick up for only $17.99. Next up, we have a book done by a good friend of Wonderland Comics. The artist is Les Gardner, who, if you don't know, is the artist who just did Angel Hunter with Richard. That was fully funded. His Kickstarter was fully funded last week. And so this book is only $19.99. So for $15, you can get Homestead. Like I said, it was drawn by Les Gardner, written by Dirk Manning. So you got some really great talent, some really great Western style art. Oh, that probably was not the right one. There. Okay, no actually new people, thank goodness. But yeah, some great Western style art. Great book. Thank you, John, for backing that book. Richard truly appreciates that. If only he was here to express his appreciation. Unfortunately, his girlfriend's car had to break down. Once again, I wish our good friend SF was here. I have Archie Horror Presents Chilling Adventures of Sorcery, the graphic novel. This is $19.99, so for $15. He actually got a copy of Chilling Adventures of Sorcery #1 from us a couple weeks ago. That we had it up here on our key wall, and he was able to grab it. But so he got #1. And he paid like $30 for it. Well, you can get #1 through, I think, 6, all for $15. If anybody likes old Archie stuff and really good, the classic horror books from the 60s and 70s, here is your chance to pick up this classic volume of Chilling Adventures of Sorcery #1. Next we have if you like vampires, if you like ninjas, then this is the book for you. Bloodstained Teeth. This is an Image book. It's $16.99 cover price. That's $12.75 with 50% off. Or I'm not 50% off, 25% off. But this is a really cool neo-noir vampire saga. Written by Christian Ward and Patrick Reynolds. Basically, a really great book for only, like I said, $16.99. So for $12.75, you could have this book yourself. It is a fun series. Thank you for commenting on it. Listen to John, everybody, and pick it up. You will not be sad, especially at our prices. Next up, we have this nice hardback copy of Creepshow Volume 1, Tales of Suspense and Horror. It's an Image book. Like I said, it's a nice hardback book. Collects Creepshow Volume 1, 1 through 5, and Creepshow Volume 2, 1 through 5. So you've got both volumes of Creepshow right here in one book. I mean, and who does not like Creepshow? I mean, like, yeah, you can't go wrong with Creepshow. So, oh, and this book is, what is the MSRP? It looks like $39.99. So for $30, you can have this $40 book. $30 here on Welcome to Wonderland this week. Next up, we've got another anthology of horror from Tiny Onion. We have Razor Blades. This was bought from James Tynion, who did Something Who's Killing Our Children and Department of Truth. Razor Blades, the horror magazine. Basically, this brings back the old tradition of the old horror magazines. So you got dozens of different art styles, dozens of different artists. Just a really great book all around. If you like horror, this is the thing to pick up. And if you don't like horror, I don't know why you're here, because, I mean, it was quite... Jay and Kyle were quite clear that this was going to be the horror show. So I know I am a horrible host, but that's why I really wish Richard was here. Hey, there he is. Hey, SF, you haven't missed a whole lot. I did talk about you twice, though. I talked about you once when I was trying to sell this Chilling Adventures of Sorcery and how you got #1 for like $30. And they can get 1 through, I think, 6 for only $15. SF claims Razor Blades. Thank you, SF. And then I also mentioned you with Skeeters. Did you get a chance to read Skeeters yet? Because I did talk to you about that when I was talking about them Skeeters. Next up, I do have a pair of books. I may have went heavy on vampires. I will admit that good vampires, like not good, but like actual vampires, is probably my favorite horror type creature. And we kind of have that with rednecks. We have vampires that just want to be left alone. But then you had to go and disturb them. That was not a very good choice. We have Rednecks Volume 1. Rednecks Volume 1. This collects 1 through 6. And Rednecks Volume 2 collects 7 through 12. Do not go into Sulphur Springs, Texas, and start causing trouble, or you will become dinner. These are $16.99 and $16.99. You know what? I will sell these as a set for $20 tonight. If anybody wants Rednecks Volume 1 and Rednecks Volume 2, $20. Next up, we have a classic. All you people who love zombies out there, John Stout claims rednecks. I have this very nice hardback copy of The Walking Dead Volume 1. This is regularly $34, or $35, so it would be $26 tonight to get this. I mean, you can see it's so shiny, kind of hard to try to get the shine off of it because it is still wrapped in its plastic. So if you are a Walking Dead fan, or you like the show but you've never actually got a chance to read the books, this is a great place to start. For only $26, you get a $35 value. So here is a great place to start if you love zombies. This is a book that Richard is really excited about because they're getting ready to turn it into a TV show, and that is Stillwater. This is a little bit different of a horror type show. I understand the premise, but I haven't read it because it just seems to be too much for... I'm a delicate flower, and this seems a little bit too much. But basically, nobody in the town of Stillwater can die. But that doesn't mean a lot of horrific things can't happen to them. And apparently this is about to become a show. This collects issues 1 through 6. It is $16.99. That is $12.75 here on Welcome to Wonderland. So if you want a copy of Stillwater, this is a great chance to get it for only $12.75. Next up, we have Shadow Roads. Basically, it's kind of strange Wild West kind of horror. But basically, it's kind of the world's thinnest at the crossroads, a mystical plane that serves as a doorway throughout the universe. It is here that a band of adventurers throughout the Wild West gather together by some weird names with a singular purpose to fight back against the creatures that would endanger the sanity of all creation. So this is Weird West. And it is done by Ani Press. Written by, it's another Colin Bunn book. This time it's with Brian Hurt and A.C. Zamudo, and Carlos N. Zamudo, and Crank. This book is $19.99, so $15 here. Welcome to Wonderland. So if anybody wants that book, just let us know. And what is the difference between a poorly dressed man and a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? A tire. Wah, wah, wah. We're off to break.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming dead by sleep.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
Oh, you're back. I'm sorry. I did not see you there. No, I'm not talking to you, young lady. My dog is looking at me like, who are you talking to? Anyway, this next book, I've tried to sell it on here before, and I'm hoping this time maybe I can get a bite because I love this book. I love this series. And that is Tresse. Tresse is a young girl whose dad was once in charge of keeping all the ghouls and vampires and everything else on their side of the world and not cross over and become common knowledge. So he's kind of the sheriff for him. Well, he dies. And they think that since she's just a little girl, that they can get the better of her. Well, they would be far from wrong. And if you've not seen the Netflix series, please watch it. Please pick up this book. Please read this book. It is it's such a great book. And basically, when crime takes a turn for the weird, the police call Alexandria Tresse. I'm telling you, you will not be sad with this book. And this book is only $16.99. So that would be $12.75 here. Welcome to Wonderland. Pick up Tresse. I don't know if it's on Netflix right now or not, but if it still is, go and watch Tresse. And it is written. It basically, when I say ghouls and stuff like that, the type of ghouls I'm talking about are Filipino mythology. It is written by some Filipino writers, and I am not going to try to butcher their names because it would just be ugly. It would just be ugly. But next, I have The Complete Raise the Dead. For all you zombie fans out there, The Complete Raise the Dead from Dynamite Entertainment. Basically, an extremely gory zombie book, and it is only $30. So I'm trying to. That would be $22.50. For $22.50, you can get The Complete Raise the Dead from Dynamite, and created by Liam Moore and John Rippin, partially written by Mike Raicht, with a bunch of great artists. But Raise the Dead, The Complete Raise the Dead. Not just Raise the Dead, but The Complete Raise the Dead. Next up, I've got a set to sell you. So, it's another $20 set. Mark 1 and Mark 2. You know all those social influencers and all those really preppy people. Well, you know what? What they don't tell you is they're actually witches and warlocks, and they are trying to control everything. Well, Marked is about a little girl who decides that she is done with that, and she will not tolerate it anymore. I'm trying to get the glare off my computer screen. There we go. But Marked Volume 1, Volume 2, for $20, if anybody's interested. SF claims the Marked books. Once again, like I said, vampires are my favorite horror people. And this one is really good. This is a vampire state building. So you imagine this. You get invited to a party at the Empire State Building. And yeah, you're having the time of your life. And suddenly vampires invade it. So kind of, basically, not very good things happen. And this is the complete collection, and it is for $24.99. Which here that would be $18.75. You can have the complete Vampire State building. Written by Ang and Patrick Renault. Charlie Adler did the art. And Sebastian Gerard is the colorist. And many other talents helped make this great book. So I've just got two more titles I'm going to talk about. So the first one is I've got Nailbiter. Nailbiter is another great serial killer book. In this one, he chooses his victims, whether or not they bite their nails, but somehow he gets involved with hunting another serial killer. So it's kind of got something of that thing. This book is a image book, so it starts out at $9.99, which of course is $7.50. But I don't have just Nailbiter 1. I have Nailbiter 2. And this one is $15, which would be $11.25. Nailbiter 3. Nailbiter 4. And Nailbiter 5. If you want all of this entire series, I'm willing to let it go today for $50 for all 5 of these books. Yeah, I wish he would do shirts. Because isn't that just adorable? She's so cute. Um, I do have some of his shirts for sale. If you would like one of those, and that is basically. I guess on a hard day, I guess I should try to sell these. Although I think most of you bought them. The shirt that I have for sale is basically that on a T-shirt. So yeah, imagine that was a T-shirt. Same background color and everything. I do have T-shirts for sale like that. But as long as I've got these out, let's talk about them. We've got Rich's book. He actually has this on a little stand up here that says Rich wrote these and they're kind of good. So these kind of good books. First off, we have Cult of Dracula, which if you're new to here, Cult of Dracula is basically a Charlie Manson type cult. These reporters, this documentary crew, go to interview them. The documentary crew being John Harker and a little guy named Van Helsing and a young lady named Mina. Of course, Mina gets deeply involved in the cult, only to find out that the leader of the cult is a guy by the name of Renfield. Mina gets deep in the cult, only to find out is run by a blood goddess. And Rise of Dracula, the cult has become a movement that has taken over Washington, D.C., and everybody is divided into food, soldiers, or like craftsmen. These books are each $19.99. So you could get them for $15 each, and Rich would sign them if you want them. Finally, we have Prometheus in Chains, which is basically Victor Frankenstein and his wife come over. They are Jewish refugees and scientists during the Manhattan Project. She gets cancer, she dies, and he tries to raise her again. Once again, that would also be $15, and he'd be willing to sign it. So if you want any of these, go ahead and let me know. And then I've got one more horror book I'm going to talk about before I get into new comics. There's a reason why I did air quotes for new comics. This book I really absolutely love. It hit me quite personally because I'm bipolar and I have tried to kill myself in the past. It's called The Haunted Girl. And basically the tagline to this is, what if the only girl who can save the world does not have the will to live? The writer, their daughter was suffering from depression when he came up with this idea, and he wrote this as kind of therapeutic to himself, and it is amazing. Basically, because of her bloodline, she's the only one who can save the world from a demon that's trying to invade it. But she's just struggling so hard with her own bipolar disorder that she can barely make it out of bed half the time. So this is an excellent book called The Haunted Girl. Also, if you want it, there is tons of where's it at? Basically, there is resources in the back for anybody who's struggling with depression or the like. And I just love to show you the cover arts. This book is such an amazing and touching book. I recommend it to everybody. And it is $14.99, so it's only $11. $11 gets you this Haunted Girl. Great book, and for a great cause. Help support mental health. Yeah. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the horror section. Oh, gosh. I can't read. What did the sprinters eat before the race? Nothing. They fast. All right. We're going to be real fast in taking our break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on this
And
shadow.
Sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience. Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it.
And I'm kind of sorry, guys, that the show is going to be so short tonight. I really wish Richard would have been able to be here. Like I said, said earlier, we have new comics, but if you remember, I put those new comics in air quotes. And the reason I put those new comics in air quotes, so for the last 2 weeks, like 2 previous weeks, we have not received a DC shipment. We received that DC shipment yesterday that had our missing DC books. We did not receive any shipment for this coming week. So yeah, while these are new comics, they are either a week or 2 weeks old. But I will still try to sell you what I got. Okay. So that has nothing to do with me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the first thing I have, this is really weird because whoever has Godzilla, they're making bank right now. Because we've had all kinds of Marvel versus Godzilla recently, and now we have Justice League or Godzilla versus the Justice League versus Kong. Or Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. This is number 2. And it is priced at $4.99, which is only $3.75. SF claims Justice League. I do have more if anybody else wants a copy of Justice League. Next up, I have Green Lantern number 4, Absolute Green Lantern number 4. This is one of Richard's new favorites. Not really mine. I'm not saying that it's not. It's an excellent book. All the Absolute books are great, but this is probably my least favorite. But Richard loves this. It is $4.99 as well. So for $3.75, I have more than one copy of that I can sell too. If anybody else wants Absolute Green Lantern, thank you, SF. Next, I have Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. And when I saw this, it cracked me up because they are straight up spoofing Alan Moore. I mean, look at that font. They are straight up ripping off Alan Moore, and I thought that was hilarious because I am not I'm a huge fan of Alan Moore's work, but he's definitely not somebody I'd want to have a beer with. He really not. He's just everything I've heard about him. Yeah. But this cracked me up. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. This is issue 1. It is done by Andy Diggle, Leonardo Fernandez, and Matt Hollingsworth. So for $4.99, $3.75, Gotham by Gaslight. $3.75, Gotham by Gaslight. Oh, I'm on fire. No. All right. Oh, there, I have it over here. Next up, I have Slasher's Apprentice 3. This is a great, great book. Slasher's Apprentice, if you have not been reading it yet. Basically, this little girl survives a serial killer who comes into her home and kills everybody, and she winds up idolizing this serial killer. So when she grows up, she hunts him down and tries to bring him back and tries to improve his methods. So this is a $4.99 book, I think. Come on. Yeah, $4.99. And so $3.75. And if you have not got started, you know what? I will throw Slasher's Apprentice 1 and 2 in there with that. And they would all be $3.75. But I will let them go for $9 if you want 1, 2, and 3 of Slasher's Apprentice. You're not going to beat that deal anywhere. You know what we're doing? We're slashing prices here on Welcome to Wonderland. Yes, I'm that desperate. The worst part about this is when you don't have somebody to go off, you're just there talking to yourself, and you wind up making really bad jokes to yourself because there's nobody else here except for 2 beautiful dogs who don't say much. Thank you, SF, for picking up Slasher's Apprentice. Next up, we have Transformers 22. This is the new Transformers from Skybound. And this, I think, is a $3.99 book. So that is just $3. $3 for Transformers, number 22. Okay. We're selling these in the store for $8.99. And I don't know if you will be able to really see them because I don't know if there's any way I can get the glare off. No, that didn't work. But we have the new Gotham City Sirens. Sirens in Orbit, I think is what it's called. We have the number 1 and the 2 of these. And they are the very beautiful hologram edition. I wish I could somehow figure out some way to show you these. Black Cat is coming up pretty good. All right. So thank you, SF. Next, we have from EC Comics, we have Blood Type, Tear in the Jugular Vein. This is Blood Type number 2. Really great vampire book. And this is only $4.99. So, really good stuff from EC. Next, from Image, we have Unchained. Or I'm sorry, Unchosen. Honestly, I don't know anything about it. I had one regular who decided she wanted it, so we got a couple copies. And I don't know anything about it. I think it's kind of an Antichrist story or something. But I did not have time to research that. Okay, next up, we have Supergirl number 3. If you're not reading the new Supergirl, it's a whole lot of fun. And basically, this is Supergirl Maiden in Fright because another Kryptonian has infected Supergirl with black kryptonite, which is basically a gate to hell. So she's possessed, and she starts doing, and the demon that possessing her is able to do all kinds of wild things. And so, she's got to break that. But if you want to see how that all begins, like I said, this is number 3. I do have 2 different covers of number 1. I have this beautiful foil cover, and I have the actual A cover for Supergirl number 1. And I also have Supergirl number 2. So you can catch up on the whole series right here. So if I see that SF is claiming Supergirl number 3, I'll put this aside for you. But that's not the only copy I have. So if you guys want the whole set, we can do that. If anybody else wants the whole set, just let me know. SF wants all the Supergirls. Anybody else want all the Supergirls? I can still do that if you want. All right. Well, I guess that just leaves us with one more book for the night, and unfortunately, that will be the show because I was not expecting to be doing this alone. Richard was supposed to be here to help me set up. Richard was supposed to be here to help me choose what we're showing and everything else, but just did not have the time. So the last book for the night will be Trinity, the Daughter of Wonder Woman. We just got number 2 in. But if you haven't read it yet, we do have number 1. And this is a lot of fun. Basically, Trinity is like going through time, chasing this time-traveling corgi. That's basically it. That's why it says here corgi on here. You want all the Trinity, SF? All the Trinity is yours. This was a great book. And in this book, like I said, she is traveling through time. And make sure you're just here in time for me to say goodbye because we're calling the show short tonight. I'm sorry. But she actually teams up with Jason Todd back when Jason Todd was the absolute most innocent of the Robins. So that makes for a really fun adventure. So you will really like Trinity 2. Anybody else want a copy of Trinity 2? If so, put it in the comments. I really do appreciate you for being here tonight. Come back in a little bit less than an hour for Kicking It with Henri. And thank you so much. Hopefully.
Well, actually, you can tune in, but it's going to be Kicking It without Henri. We are going to be doing a second shift lunch live sale in that spot.
Okay.
So 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Come check out me and Kyle. Kyle's going to have some great books as always. So yeah, should be a fun time.
Sounds like it's going to be an awesome time. So please come back in a little bit less than an hour and see us then. Thank you, SF. We'll see you guys later. You guys have a great week. And please come back next week where hopefully there will be 2 hosts and not just this awkward guy. You all take care and have a great week. And please come back to Welcome to Wonderland.